Welcome to Cinema Globe channel. In this video we will introduce the top 10 movies of the US box office. For each movie we're going to represent its release date, its budget, the name of its director, the earnings during the last week, the total gross, and the viewers' votes on IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic. Don't forget to support us by liking, subscribing and activating the notification bell. Thank you and enjoy watching. Here's the ranking of movies of the box office this last week. At the first position, Joker, Folie, deux. At the second position, The Wild Robot. At the third position, Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. At the fourth position, Transformers 1. At the fifth position, Speak No Evil. At the sixth position, Sam and Colby, The Legends of the Paranormal. At the seventh position, Deadpool and Wolverine. At the eighth position, White Bird. At the ninth position, The Substance. At the 10th position, Megalopolis. Now we're going to introduce you the movies one by one from 10 to number 1. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. At the 10th position, Megalopolis. It was released in September 27, 2024. Its budget is of $120 million and is directed by Francis Ford Coppola. The earnings during the last week are $1.1 million. Its total gross is $6.7 million. On IMDb it got 5 per 10, with 12,000 votes. On Rotten Tomatoes, 46%, and Metacritic, 55%.
Francis Ford Coppola. Comes an event nothing can prepare you for.
Imagine today's society as a branch of civilization.
Megalopolis is a 2024 American, epic science fiction, drama film written, directed, and produced by Francis Ford Coppola. The film stars Adam Driver, Giancarlo Esposito, Natalie Emanuel, Aubrey Plaza, Shia LaBeouf, Jon Voight, Lawrence Fishburne, Talia Shire, Jason Schwartzman, Catherine Hunter, Grace VanderWaal, Chloe Fineman, James Remar, D.B. Sweeney, and Dustin Hoffman. Set in an alternate, 21st century New York City, restyled, New Rome, it follows visionary architect Cesar Cadilina as he clashes with the corrupt mayor Franklin Cicero Esposito, who opposes Catalina's plans to revitalize New Rome by building the futuristic utopia, Megalopolis. The film heavily references Roman history, particularly the Catilinarian conspiracy of 63 BC, and the transition from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire.
There's still so much to accomplish, but is there time? Go.
Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis.
At the 9th position, The Substance. It was released in September 20, 2024. Its budget is of $17.5 million and is directed by Coralie Fargeet. The earnings during the last week are $1.4 million. Its total gross is $9.7 million. On IMDb it got 7.9 per 10, with 35,000 votes. On Rotten Tomatoes, 90%, and Metacritic, 78%.
More beautiful, more perfect.
The Substance is a 2024 satirical body horror film, written, directed, and co-produced by Coralie Fargeet. It stars Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, and Dennis Quaid, and follows a fading celebrity who uses a black market drug that temporarily creates a much younger version of herself with unexpected side effects. It's an international co-production between France, the United Kingdom, and the United States. The film premiered on the 19th of May 2024 at the 77th Cannes Film Festival, and was selected to compete for the Palme d'Or in its main competition section, where Fargeet won Best Screenplay. It was released theatrically in the United Kingdom and the United States by Mubi on the 20th of September, and is scheduled for release in France by Metropolitan Film Export on the 6th of November.
1. You can't escape from yourself.
There's been a slight misuse of the substance.
This balance is not working!
Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop? Would you like to stop?
I'm fine. Everything's fine. You have to
Control yourself! Old, fat, disgusting!
People are gonna love that.
At the 8th position, White Bird. It was released in October the 4th, 2024. Its budget is of $20 million and is directed by Mark Forster. The earnings during the last week are $1.6 million. Its total gross is $2.3 million. On IMDb it got 7.3 per 10, with 2,500 votes. On Rotten Tomatoes, 72%, and Metacritic, 54%.
At school, you were expelled for being cruel to another boy. I'm sure your father has told you stories about when I was a young girl.
He says you don't
White Bird, marketed with the subtitle A Wonder Story, is a 2024 American, coming-of-age period, drama film. Directed by Mark Forster from a screenplay by Mark Baumbach, based on the 2019 graphic novel of the same name by R.J. Palacio. Serving as both a prequel and sequel to Wonder, 2017, the film stars Ariella Glazer, Orlando Schwartz, Bryce Geisar, Gillian Anderson, and Helen Mirren, with Geisar reprising his role as Julian from Wonder. After the events of Wonder, Julian has left Beecher Prep for good. He is visited by his grandmother, Sarah, from Paris, who, in response to Julian's reflection about his need to be socially passive in order to fit in at his new school, tells him about her childhood as a young Jewish girl in Nazi-occupied France during World War II.
Dark times. Those small things remind us of our humanity.
How would you like to visit New York tonight?
Sure.
Open your eyes.
I was never very nice to you. But you're strong. You're the bravest person I've ever met.
You forget many things in life, but you never forget kindness. Because when kindness can cost you your life, it becomes like a miracle.
At the 7th position, Deadpool and Wolverine. It was released in July the 25th, 2024. Its budget is of $200 million and is directed by Sean Levy. The earnings during the last week are $1.6 million. Its total gross is $635 million. On IMDb it got 7.8 per 10, with 334,000 votes. On Rotten Tomatoes, 78%, and Metacritic, 56%.
Fuck that, you were the X-Men. The Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine is a 2024 American superhero film based on Marvel Comics, featuring the characters Deadpool and Wolverine. Produced by Marvel Studios, Maximum Effort, and 21 Laps Entertainment, and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It is the 34th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, and the sequel to Deadpool, 2016, and Deadpool 2, 2018. The film was directed by Sean Levy from a screenplay he wrote with Ryan Reynolds, Rhett Reese, Paul Wernick, and Zeb Wells. Reynolds and Hugh Jackman respectively star as Wade Wilson, Deadpool and Logan, Wolverine, alongside Emma Corrin, Morena Baccarin, Rob Delaney, Leslie Uggams, Aaron Stanford, and Matthew McFadden. In the film, Deadpool learns that the Time Variance Authority is set to destroy his home universe, and works with a reluctant Wolverine from another universe to stop them.
Till you weren't.
Are you ready? Fuck yeah, I'm ready. I'm the Wolverine.
Stop it.
At the 5th position, Speak No Evil. It was released in September the 13th, 2024. Its budget is of $15 million and is directed by James Watkins.
Anything we can get you? No, we'll just be...
The earnings during the last week are $2.8 million. Its total gross is $34 million. On IMDb it got 6.9 per 10, with 42,000 votes. On Rotten Tomatoes, 84%, and Metacritic, 78%.
This is my husband, Ben.
I'm Patrick Feld. This is my wife, Kira. You have to come and visit us. The West Country?
Speak No Evil is a 2024 American psychological horror thriller film written and directed by James Watkins. A remake of the 2022 Danish-Dutch film of the same name. The film stars James McAvoy, Mackenzie Davis, Aisling Franchosi, Alex West Leffler, Dan Huff, and Scoot McNairy. Its plot follows an American family who are invited to stay at a remote farmhouse of a British couple for the weekend, and the hosts soon begin to test the limits of their guests as the situation escalates. Jason Blum serves as a producer through his Blumhouse Productions banner.
You can keep your knickers on.
You shouldn't be shy, Louise. Got a great body.
Oh, thank you.
I admire you. Louise is a great woman. I've always wanted a family like yours.
Mom, something's not right with him.
What is wrong with you? I want to pack up the car, and I want to leave now.
Oh no, that is really bad luck. I know we can both be
A bit much. They're gonna kill us. What? He went dead.
Mom?
Right here. You're neither predator nor prey.
I need you to be brave. You guys have been...
Just a breath of fresh air. Oh, well, that is very sweet of you to say.
At the 4th position, Transformers 1. It was released in September the 20th, 2024. Its budget is of $147 million and is directed by Josh Cooley. The earnings during the last week are $5.4 million. Its total gross is $50 million. On IMDb it got 7.8 per 10, with 15,000 votes. On Rotten Tomatoes, 88%, and Metacritic, 63%.
Okay, so he's a little intense.
Yeah, just a little.
Transformers 1 is a 2024 American animated science fiction action film based on Hasbro's Transformers toy line. It was directed by Josh Cooley from a screenplay by Eric Pearson and the writing duo of Andrew Barrer and Gabriel Ferrari, based on a story by Barrer and Ferrari. The ensemble voice cast includes Chris Hemsworth, Brian Tyree Henry, Scarlett Johansson, Keegan-Michael Key, Steve Buscemi, Lawrence Fishburne, and John Hamm. It is set on Cybertron, the home planet of the Transformers, and depicts the origins and early relationship of Optimus Prime and Megatron.
Until next time, legends.
Transformers transform their bodies in the sky. We won't stand for defeat.
At the third position, Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. It was released in September the 6th, 2024. Its budget is of $100 million and is directed by Tim Burton. The earnings during the last week are $10 million. Its total gross is $271 million. On IMDb it got 6.9 per 10, with 75,000 votes. On Rotten Tomatoes, 77%, and Metacritic, 62%.
When I was a teenager, a trickster demon terrorized our entire family.
Beetlejuice Beetlejuice is a 2024 American dark fantasy, comedy horror film, directed by Tim Burton from a screenplay by Alfred Gough and Miles Miller. A sequel to Beetlejuice, 1988, and the second film of the Beetlejuice franchise. The film stars Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, and Catherine O'Hara reprising their roles alongside new cast members Justin Theroux, Monica Bellucci, Jenna Ortega, and Willem Dafoe. Set more than 3 decades after the first Beetlejuice, it follows Lydia Dietz, now a mother, struggling to keep her family together in the wake of a loss as the specter Beetlejuice returns to haunt her.
The dead. Can they coexist? That's what we're here to find out.
Where's Beetlejuice?
Where's Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice!
Feel free to express yourselves. Don't be afraid.
You're a figment of my imagination.
Really? Is this a figment of your imagination?
At the second position, The Wild Robot. It was released in September the 27th, 2024. Its budget is of $78 million and is directed by Chris Sanders.
And one of the best movies, period.
The earnings during the last week are $19 million. Its total gross is $74 million. On IMDb it got 8.5 per 10, with 20,000 votes. On Rotten Tomatoes, 98%, and Metacritic, 85%.
I do not have the programming to be a mother.
They all need to eat, but
The Wild Robot is a 2024 American animated, science fiction, survival film, produced by DreamWorks Animation and distributed by Universal Pictures. Based on the 2016 novel of the same name by Peter Brown, it was written for the screen and directed by Chris Sanders, and features the voices of Lupita Nyong'o, Pedro Pascal, Kit Connor, Bill Nighy, Stephanie Hsu, Mark Hamill, Catherine O'Hara, Matt Berry, and Ving Rhames. The film follows Roz, a robot shipwrecked on an uninhabited island, who must adapt to her surroundings, build relationships with the local wildlife, and become the adoptive mother of an orphan goose, Bright Bill.
You are ordered to return home.
Are those your parents?
I am already home. Sometimes, to survive, we must become more than we were programmed to be. I am a wild robot.
At the first position, Joker, Folie deux. It was released in October the 4th, 2024. Its budget is of $200 million and is directed by Todd Phillips. The earnings during the last week are $38 million. Its total gross is $40 million. On IMDb it got 5.3 per 10, with 66,000 votes. On Rotten Tomatoes, 33%, and Metacritic, 45%.
You are no different than any
Joker, Folie, deux, is a 2024 American jukebox musical, psychological thriller film, directed by Todd Phillips from a screenplay he co-wrote with Scott Silver. Loosely based on DC Comics characters, it is the sequel to Joker, 2019. Joaquin Phoenix reprises his role as the Joker, with Lady Gaga as his love interest. Lee Quinzel, Zazie Beetz and Lee Gill also reprise their roles, while Brendan Gleeson, Catherine Keener, Steve Coogan and Harry Lottie join the cast. It is produced by Warner Bros. Pictures in association with Joint Effort, and was distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. Joker, Folie, deux, finds failed comedian Arthur Fleck institutionalized at Arkham, awaiting trial for his crimes as Joker. While struggling with his dual identity, Arthur not only stumbles upon true love, but also finds the music that's always been inside him.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
We're gonna build a mountain.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye and see you soon in the next video.